Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at A-Z Stadium in Arlington. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from A-Z Stadium. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Yeah!
Now a running play here with Lamb. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They run here with Dowdle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
Yeah, here we go.
They run again with Dowdle. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Yeah!
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. first carry here for Ken Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Here we go, set.
Howell down to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, here we go. Set go.
Here's Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Howell going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
A running play. It's Dowdle. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, here we go.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here we go. What do you think?
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, 30 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Back to throw, Howell. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Off play action. It's Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Go.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Howell looking to throw again. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
60 go.
Throwing here, Howell. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now.
And Howell will throw it. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Faking the handoff. Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll go play action. Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 yards to go, second down.
Yeah, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Third and 2.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott to throw it.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Lock it in motion right.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
He may go.
And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now, that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 47. Yeah!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Prescott from the gun on third. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Howell. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. Howell going to audible to something else. Back to throw here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. Second down and 8.
Yeah!
Now they'll run it on the toss. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing, Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go. What do you think?
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Second down and 3.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Yeah!
Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Hey, kill! What do you think?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
What do you think?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Second and 5.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? What do you think?
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far.
Yeah!
This is 3rd and 7.
What do you think?
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
What do you think?
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
What do you think?
Dowdle.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
There we go.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street and run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10.
Hold on.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and 1 for Montgomery. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Rayshawn Jenkins this time on the stop. In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face third and 10. Goff. Catch is made by Wright. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Detroit.
Value one. What's that?
Goff to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Samuel Porter. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account
Value
for
three,
as many
value
different
three.
weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So it might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
DC. Tonight. Attack.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Montgomery, first down, still going. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Four now. Hey, 76. Turbo.
Throwing, Goff. And that one incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Super one. We're good. What's that?
A second down throw for Goff. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Ready, break.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Set. Ready. Chop alert. Cowboy 80.
The tight end Fant in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball...
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 60 Eagles.
They'll throw with Howell. This is intercepted. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Lockett headed in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Get that one to Charbonnet. Complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Shut up. Ready, ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Connected with the tight end. That's big. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Come on, set. 70 Lion. Ready.
Now, faking the give. This one intercepted. Picked out by Malik Robertson. And the Lions will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save their
Go tonight.
Goff's going to throw here on first and 10. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. It's second down.
Hey, Shell. Cut.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. First down, still going. Big run here.
Look.
He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
Shell. Hey, tonight.
He'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down as we hit a 2-minute warning here in this first half. They come to the line now on second and 2.
We go tonight.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll run with Montgomery. They'll be stacked up.
We're good.
No gain on the play.
Maverick. Chester. Cut.
On play action. Goff. He's got it. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10.
Bronco 80. Set.
Now it's Howe. It's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That one intercepted. And his offense On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. Finding room to the 20. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire
Value
first
three,
half.
left.
I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill. What? Turbo, set.
Now Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
4 down. Turbo, set.
Here's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, the ball's incomplete, brings up 4th down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. This one complete to Bobo. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go!
Slot man in motion right.
Set, go!
To throw is Howell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's Howell out of the pistol. That's Bobo. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Ready. Throwing is Howe. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks are back in this one. It's 17-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here. First and 10. To throw is gone. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
Here we go. Okay.
On second down, gone. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Let's go. Go, trap. Go, trap. Ready.
Here's Howell. Outrun Smith and Jigba has it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Panther 60. Panther. Set up. Go.
Back to throw. Howell gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You can see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Ready, set.
Here's second and 9.
Let's go now. Check go.
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. That is incomplete. They tried to take a shot there, use a little trickery, but the defense was all over it, and it brings up third down.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hut.
Bill looks to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. He gets free. And he will go all the way. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go. And the Seahawks are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Got. Now, gone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times. It will fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 33 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Hold on.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. Down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot.
Here we go.
So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The tackle's going to be made down at the...
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play call mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
The Lions call their 1st timeout.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. Hut.
They'll throw with Howell. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough.
Here we
that
go.
allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. this game, a touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready, ready.
They put the tight end Brown in motion.
Ready.
Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line.
Ready.
Got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
This one caught the floor. He can only get about half of what he needed. Down to the 3, and now it is fourth and goal.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on fourth and goal. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Cal, you won.
To throw is gone. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Check go.
He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be second and goal.
80. Let's go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Shut up.
Now, faking the give. That is caught by the tight ends. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seattle. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a Lions first down. He gets this past the 40-yard line.
DC. What's that?
Throwing here is Goff. He'll throw it left, and that's his running back. They're going to work this down.
Here we go, coach. Here we go. Here we go.
45.
Ric Flair.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning as they line up for first and 10. And that ball incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Second down throw for Goff. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready, ready.
Now it's Howe. Slipping to the left side. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. One of the 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Tight end on the move left.
Ready.
Howell. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Here we go.
17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
To throw is Howell. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left
Here we go.
in the
Here we
game.
go. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down.
What? 76. Tell him. 76. 76. Value 1. Attack.
Throwing, Goff. He's got it at the 7. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here is first and 10.
Go. Get up.
Throwing is Howe.
Here goes tonight.
Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one.